Yo, what's good? It's your boy JG Tennis back with another video today. So today I'm going to be talking about a fantasy football team I made. I made this college football team known as the Magic City Cardinals. They almost look like Louisville a little bit too, same colors. And they had a great season in 2022 with a 13-1 record, winning the national championship, and I will tell you how they did it. Sounds awesome, right? Y'all are all ears? I'm gonna tell y'all how the Magic City Cardinals pulled off that 13-1 championship season in 2022. So let's start. After starting the season 4-0, ranked number 2 in the nation, they would play at home against the 4th best team in the country, the Oklahoma Seminoles. And they would dominate 52-17. The QB was already putting up crazy numbers by scoring 5+ touchdowns in each game. Thinking about that. 5+ touchdowns in each game. He already has 20-some, actually probably more than 20-some touchdowns in 5 games. Wow, that's a statement win. Beating the 4th ranked team in the nation 52-17 is no joke, especially when you're already number 2 in the nation. Sounds like the Cardinals offense was unstoppable. So their QB was going off 5+ touchdowns a game. That's Heisman level stuff right there. Do you have a name for him yet? And what happened after that huge win? Did they move to number 1? Not really yet. After more games, Magic City was 8-0. Heisman level quarterback still putting up 5+ touchdowns each game. They're 8-0. One of the hottest teams in the nation, including the most likely Heisman winner, which is the QB, the quarterback. In 8-0. It was a nighttime game. And they were going to play against the 15th ranked Pratt City Saints in Pratt City. Pratt City Saints started the season off 0-2 and are now 6-2. With 3 of the best players in college football. Their quarterback, their wide receiver, and their running back. College game day was there, and this matchup was very anticipated. Oh yeah, that's primetime football right there. Undefeated Magic City on their lights, college game day in town, and a red-hot Pratt City team trying to prove they belong. And it's crazy. In the first quarter, both teams punted. Then Magic City struck first with a passing touchdown. Then Pratt City drove down the field and scored a field goal. Magic City then drove, and a 20-yard touchdown run from the running back gave them an 11-point lead. Then Pratt City drove and scored a touchdown from their running back. Then when driving, Magic City scores again with a slant throw touchdown to their tight end. Then Pratt City scores with their QB. Then Pratt City got an interception and scored a passing touchdown. Then Magic City threw a long ball downfield to get first and goal, and then scored a field goal before halftime. The score is 24-24 at the half. Man, that's an electric first half. Both teams trading blows like heavyweights, every drive answering the other. Magic City's offense is still humming, but Pratt City clearly came to play. The interception before halftime really flipped momentum, but the Cardinals' ability to tie it back up with that clutch field goal shows their resilience. 24-24 at the half, sounds like the whole stadium's on edge. The fans are roaring, and everyone knows this game's going to come down to who makes the first big play after halftime. In the second half, Magic City scores a field goal, but the Pratt City's quarterback scores a running touchdown. No one scored again until the fourth quarter. where Magic City Cardinals down 4 are trying to figure out what to do. And while Pratt City was driving down the field, they fumbled and gave the ball back to Magic City. Magic City capitalized and scored a long pass touchdown to give them the lead back. Then as Pratt City was driving again, they threw an interception, giving the ball back to Magic City. Then on a play, the quarterback ran for a big touchdown run where the crowd was shocked and Magic City was back up by 11 again. Then Pratt City drove down the field and scored a touchdown. Then Magic City drove the ball down the field, and on third down, the QB jumped. They challenged, and it was a touchdown, and this could possibly be the game-sealing drive in Pratt City. However, Pratt City drove them down the field and scored a short touchdown pass with 13 seconds left. They tried an onside kick, but Magic City got it, and Magic City won 48-45, and they would go 9-0. The quarterback probably just had his Heisman moment with 3 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. Wow. That is an instant classic. A 48-45 thriller under the lights. College game day in town, and the Heisman frontrunner delivering a legendary performance with 5 total touchdowns. That's the kind of game that defines a championship season. The momentum swings were wild. Pratt City really pushed them to the limit. But that late fumble and interception turned everything around, and that QB run for the huge touchdown, that's the type of play fans remember forever. The exact moment the Heisman race ended. So now the Magic City Cardinals are 9-0, battle-tested, and sitting on top of the college football world. What happens next? So then the next game, they have to play against a non-conference game against the 9-0 undefeated number 1 team in the nation, the defending national champions, the Shays Valley Ravens. Because Shays, if you remember in one video, I remember talking about how Shays Valley went 13-0 the year before. So Shays Valley undefeated. Everything is lined up. The number 1 team in the nation, the Shays Valley Ravens, 9-0 defending champs, against the number 2 ranked team in the nation, the Magic City Cardinals, 9-0 rising powerhouse. Number 2. Both teams averaging massive offensive numbers. The Cardinals QB chasing the Heisman. The national championship implications on the line. So what happens? The game starts off as Magic City gets a stop, forcing them to punt, and then Magic City drives down the field to score a touchdown from the running back. Then Shays Valley answers the QB with a QB touchdown. At the halftime, the score was 21-21. So the Magic City Cardinals QB had 1 touchdown in that game. 1 touchdown in that half, right? Perfect setup. Another heavyweight battle going blow for blow. Both teams showing why they're undefeated. Shays Valley's championship poise keeping them level. And Magic City's offense staying sharp. At 21-21, halftime score between number 1 and number 2 is the kind of drama fans dream of. The energy in the stadium must be surreal. Every play probably feels like it could swing the whole season. No one scored in the third quarter, but in the final 2 minutes became one of the craziest endings ever. Magic City has the ball on third down, and the quarterback breaks off a tackle, runs, and then throws the ball before crossing the line of scrimmage, and the tight end catches it and goes down the sideline for a touchdown to get the lead. Then Shades Valley answers back by 2 deep throws, and then they run it in with the running back for a touchdown. Then Magic City was driving, and then they were stopped, but instead of punting it, they decided to go for it on 4th and 1. They snap it, and the QB fakes handoff and rushes the ball through the defense and goes all the way for a touchdown. The crowd went crazy because this is at home. Then the Shays Valley would do 2 deep throws again, including one being a long touchdown pass. 35-35. Then as Magic City got to the 35, they fumbled, but the quarterback picked it up, ran, and then threw the ball up before the line of scrimmage, And in the end zone, the receiver fell down and caught the ball for Magic City to win 41-35. The QB had another Heisman moment where he had 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing. Holy wow. That's legendary. You couldn't script a crazier ending if you tried. That last 2 minutes was pure chaos. Broken tackles, deep bombs, gutsy play calling, and the QB pulling off another miracle. The fake handoff on 4th and 1 and turning into a go-ahead touchdown, unreal. And then that final play, a fumble, recovery, scramble, and off-balance throw to the end zone for the game-winning TD, that's straight-up movie material. Magic City takes down the defending champ, stays undefeated at 10-0, and the Heisman race is basically locked up. That quarterback just became a legend in Magic City history. So now they're number 1 in the nation after this win. How did they handle the final stretch? Did they dominate the last 2 games before the playoffs? They win their next game, and of course, are now number 1 in the country. But they have to play their rival, Adamsville, who are on a 10-game winning streak after starting 0-1, and are now 10-1 and 4th in the country. Their only loss was to the second-ranked team in the country, the Downtown Musketeers. Oh man, that's perfect rivalry week drama. You've got number 1 Magic City Cardinals, 11-1. I don't know why it says defending national champs. Heisman favorite QB on an unstoppable run. The 4th-ranked team in the nation, the Adamsville Tigers, 10-1. Red hot with 10 straight wins, fueled by revenge and a shot at the playoff. The entire nation watching, bragging rights, playoff seeding, and legacy all on the line. And you love that extra detail. Adamsville's only loss coming to the second-ranked team in the nation, the Downtown Musketeers, gives the matchup even more weight. This feels like one of those rivalry games where everything, records, stats, and streaks go out the window once the ball is kicked. In this game, Magic City struck first, but then Adamsville was leading by 14. But then Magic City came back and tied it at 42-all. But then Adamsville scored, and then Magic City threw an interception, and Adamsville wins 49-42 and are now going to the conference championship. Magic City will stay home and wait on what happens. Wow. What a gut punch of a loss, but what a game. After a season full of miracles, the Magic City Cardinals finally meet a team that can match their firepower. Adamsville came in on fire and delivered. That 49-42 score shows how explosive both offenses were. And for Magic City, even in defeat, their fight to come back from down 14 and tie it at 42 proves why they're still one of the best teams in the country. Now it's drama time. The Cardinals sitting at 11-1, waiting to see if the playoff committee keeps them in the top 4. Their Heisman favorite QB probably still has the edge after a record-breaking season, but the nation's watching closely. During conference championship week, the Cardinals were moved down to number 5, but there were things in their favor. West End, who was 10-2, beat the 11-1 Titusville Knights. The number 1 team in the nation, the Downtown Musketeers, 12-0, beat the 7th-ranked team in the nation, Kingston Raiders, who were 11-1. So they're now 11-2, Kingston. The 3rd-ranked team in the nation, the Shays Valley Ravens, who are 11-1, beat the 6th-ranked team in the nation, Homewood Patriots. And then the 2nd-ranked team in the nation, the Adamsville Tigers, 11-1, beat the 4th-ranked team in the nation, Wahoma, 11-1, who are 11-1. So now Wahoma is 11-2, Homewood is 11-2, Titusville is 11-2. Did I say Kingston? 11-2. So, will there be a conference champion left out? We'll see. So we see classic college football playoff chaos week. Number 1 Downtown, 13-0, stays perfect. Number 2 Adamsville, 12-1, wins the conference and just beat Magic City last week. Number 3 Shays Valley, 12-1, big win over Homewood. Their only loss to Magic City. Let's talk about 4 and 5. 4, Wahoma falls to Adamsville. 5, Magic City's 11-1, idle, waiting and hoping. West End 11-2, a strong conference win, but 2 losses might hold them back. This is where the committee debates everything. Magic City has the resume, and I don't know why this says national title last year. They have a Heisman frontrunner and wins over both Wahoma and Shays Valley, but that late season loss to Adamsville hurts. So the big question is, what happens on Selection Sunday? Do the Cardinals sneak into the top 4 for another playoff run, or does the committee keep them out despite their championship pedigree? On Selection Sunday, the picks are in. At number 1 will be the Downtown Musketeers, 13-0. Here we go. Selection Sunday drama begins. The number 1, Downtown Musketeers, 13-0. No surprise here. They've dominated all season, undefeated, and they had that big resume win over Adamsville earlier in the season, totally deserving of the spot. Now the real tensions begin. The next 3 spots will decide everything. Magic City is watching from their campus, the crowd packed in the student center, the QB awaiting nervously after a record-setting year. At number 2 will be the Adamsville Tigers, who are 12-1. No shocker there. Adamsville 12-1 earned that spot. Beating the number 1 ranked Magic City Cardinals and then taking down 4th ranked Wahoma back-to-back sealed it. The Tigers are officially in, and their fans must be going wild. Now it's where things really get tight. 3 powerhouse teams: Shays Valley 12-1, Magic City 11-1, and West End 11-2, fighting for those last 2 playoff spots. The Cardinals' locker room is quiet but tense. Everyone knows that their fate's coming down the wire. At number 3, to play Adamsville will be the Shays Valley Ravens, 12-1. Wow, Shays Valley climbs back into the playoff at number 3. That's a huge moment for them. The defending champs get another shot at glory after bouncing back strong since that wild loss to Magic City earlier in the season. Now they will face not their old rivals, but they have played them before, Adamsville, in a rematch for a spot in the national championship, and the whole country's holding its breath. 2 teams left for 1 playoff spot. Number 4, we all know. Their 5th ranked Magic City Cardinals were 11-1, the reigning national champs. Heisman QB and 1 heartbreaking loss. And at number 4, and going to the playoff to face Downtown will be the Magic City Cardinals. Yes, the Magic City Cardinals are in. The room erupts. Players jumping, coaches hugging, confetti flying, and that Heisman favorite QB with tears in his eyes as the crowd chants, not back-to-back round. Let's get another national championship. The defending champs are heading to the college football playoff as the 4th seed, ready to face the undefeated juggernaut Downtown Musketeers. It's a perfect matchup. The perfect Musketeers versus the proven champions. The unstoppable force versus the team that never dies. The Heisman QB versus the best defense in the country. This semifinal is about to be epic. Shays Valley were the defending champs. Remember that. So Shays Valley were the defending national champs, and Magic City are the reigning challengers turned powerhouse. The team everyone's been watching since their rise last year. That makes this playoff lineup even more perfect. College football playoff bracket. Downtown Musketeers 13-0 versus number 4 Magic City Cardinals 11-1. 2 Adamsville Tigers 12-1 versus 3 Shays Valley Ravens 12-1. 2 absolute blockbuster semifinal matches, pure chaos and star power everywhere. Now it's time, destiny time, for Magic City, facing the undefeated Musketeers in the playoff semifinal. So then came the Heisman Trophy ceremony, where the Magic City QB won the Heisman. Let's go. The night every fan's been waiting for, the Heisman Trophy ceremony in New York. The bright lights, the red carpet, and the cameras flashing as the finalists walk in. Magic City's superstar QB, Downtown's record-setting, no, not really record-setting running back, Adamsville's dual-threat quarterback, that's real, Shays Valley's defense final, no. And when the envelope opens, that announcer says it's, and the 2022 Heisman Trophy winner is, from the Magic City Cardinals, the QB. The crowd erupts. The crowd erupts. The Magic City fans at home lose their minds. The QB walks to the stage, emotional, holding the trophy high. He thanks his teammates, his coaches, his family, and the fans who believed in him from day one. It's the perfect ending to his regular season story. The kid who led Magic City Cardinals to greatness and pulled off a miracle after miracle and now stands alone as the best player in college football. Now the question is, can the new Heisman winner carry Magic City through the playoff and bring home that national championship? After the Heisman came bowl season and the playoff. Adamsville beat Shays Valley 23-16. Oh, a defensive battle. So Adamsville grinds out a 23-16 win over defending champ Shays Valley, punching their ticket to the national championship game. The Tigers' dream season continues, and they take down the reigning champs in a tough, physical game where every yard mattered. Now all eyes shift to the other semifinal, the main event. Number 1 team in the nation, the Downtown Musketeers, 13-0, versus the 4th-ranked team in the nation, the Magic City Cardinals, 11-1. The undefeated powerhouse versus the team of destiny. The nation's best defense versus the Heisman-winning QB. The winner faces Adamsville for the title. I don't know why I said title. Magic City would win and embarrass the nation's number 1 defense in a high-scoring game, 56-49. The Heisman winner threw 6 touchdown passes and rushed for 1, his most in a game, and they would get a chance to avenge their loss. What a game. Magic City didn't just win, they shattered expectations. The number 1 team in the nation, the Downtown Musketeers, owners of the nation's best defense, absolutely torched for 56 points by the Heisman winner himself. 7 total touchdowns, 6 through the air and 1 on the ground. That's the kind of performance that gets remembered for decades. The critics said he couldn't do it against the country's toughest D, and he turned the semifinal into his own personal highlight reel. Now the stage is set for destiny. National championship. Magic City Cardinals, 12-1, versus Adamsville Tigers, 13-1. A rematch of that heartbreaker from the rivalry game, the loss that cost Magic City perfection. This time it's for everything: revenge, redemption, and the right to be called the best in the nation. The national championship game. 2 rivals, 1 team who surprised a lot of people, and 1 team looking to continue a dynasty. Magic City won in 2011, 2012, 2014, 2015, and 2016. The ultimate showdown. The national championship game between Magic City Cardinals and Adamsville Tigers is set. Magic City, the seasoned powerhouse with a legacy of championships, 2011, 2012, 2014 through 16. The Heisman winner leading the charge and a team hungry to avenge their only loss this season. Adamsville, the red-hot challenger, riding a 13-1 season. Their only loss earlier in the year it was downtown. I don't know why it says Magic City, trying to cement themselves as a new dynasty. It's history versus momentum, legacy versus surprise, and a rivalry that's been building all season. Every yard, every throw, and every play matters. And Adamsville lost at the beginning of the year to downtown. I got it. Thanks for killing. So here's the updated picture. Magic City Cardinals, the veteran dynasty team with titles in 2011, 2012, 2014 through 16. Now looking for another championship and revenge for any previous setbacks. Adamsville Tigers only lost once all season. At the beginning of the year to downtown and have been on a tear ever since. Now challenging to create their own legacy. This sets up a classic David versus Goliath vibe in reverse. Magic City has the experience and history. Adamsville has the hot streak and near perfect record. The stage is perfect for a high stakes, dramatic national championship showdown. In the national championship, the game started like the last game between them. In the second half, Adamsville went up 42-24, but then Magic City cut the lead to 42-38. Then Adamsville scored, but Magic City struck back quickly. Then Magic City got the ball back and drove down the field. And 4th and goal, 1 second left, the QB throws the ball to his wide open tight end to win the game 51-49 and cap off a great season for Magic City. He was the championship MVP with 4 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. Oh my word. This is legendary college football stuff. The national championship had everything: a rivalry, high stakes, insane comeback, and a finish for the ages. Adamsville looked dominant in the second half, leading 42-24, but the Magic City Cardinals refused to quit. They clawed back to 42-38, then traded scores in a frantic back-and-forth battle. The final drive, 4th and goal with 1 second left, the Heisman-winning QB drops back, spots his wide open tight end, and delivers the game-winning touchdown. Final score: Magic City 51, Adamsville 49. He finishes as championship MVP, 4 passing TDs, 1 rushing TD, cemented his legacy as the player who carried the Cardinals to another national title and solidified Magic City as one of the greatest dynasties of all time. That season, 13-1 record, national champions, Heisman winner, and unforgettable drama. Truly a storybook season. What a year. What a year for Magic City. Well, that is my video for today. And it's been your boy JG Tennis, and peace out. '20 Alabama Crimson Tide football, man. In 2020, the Alabama Crimson Tide football team delivered one of the most dominant and memorable seasons in college football history. Under the leadership of head coach Nick Saban, the team finished with a perfect 13-0 record, capturing the SEC championship and the college football playoff national championship. Season overview. Overall record, 13-0. SEC record, 10-0. Head coach, Nick Saban, his 14th season. Offensive coordinator, Steve Sarkisian. Defensive coordinator, Pete Golding. Here are the key players. Mac Jones, the QB, threw for 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, leading the nation's most explosive offense. Najee Harris, running back, rushed for 1,466 yards and 26 touchdowns, adding 14 receptions and 425 yards and 4 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, wide receiver, won the Heisman Trophy with 105 receptions, 1,641 yards, and 20 touchdowns, becoming the first wide receiver to win the award since 1991. Season highlights. SEC Championship, defeated Florida 52-46 in a high-scoring thriller. College football playoff semifinal, Rose Bowl, beat Notre Dame 31-14. National Championship, dominated Ohio State 52-24 to secure the program's 18th national title. Legacy. The 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide are widely regarded as one of the greatest college football teams of all time, combining a high-powered offense with a solid defense to achieve an undefeated season and national championship. You know, in those years, Alabama was supposed to play USC and Georgia State, and they would have won 41-24 against USC and 45-20 against Georgia State. The 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide football team was poised for a remarkable season with a schedule that included high-profile non-conference matchups against USC and Georgia State. However, the COVID-19 pandemic led to significant changes in the college football landscape impacting these games. Scheduled non-conference games. USC Trojans. Alabama was set to face USC in the Advocare Classic at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas on September 5th, 2020. This game was part of a neutral site series between the two programs. However, the Pac-12 Conference announced on July 10, 2020, that it would conduct a conference-only football schedule for the 2020 season. As a result, the USC versus Alabama game was canceled. The Georgia State Panthers. Alabama was also scheduled to host Georgia State on September 12, 2020. This game was part of Alabama's original non-conference slate. However, due to the SEC's decision to move to a 10-game conference-only schedule announced on July 30th, 2020, all non-conference games were canceled, including the Georgia State matchup. Impact on Alabama's season. Despite these cancellations, Alabama's 2020 season was highly successful. The Crimson Tide finished with a perfect 13-0 record, capturing the SEC championship and the College Football Playoff National Championship. Key players like Mac Jones, quarterback, running back Najee Harris, and wide receiver Devontae Smith led the team to a dominant season, with Smith winning the Heisman Trophy. While the canceled non-conference games against USC and Georgia State would have been notable additions to the schedule, Alabama's performance in the SEC and throughout the postseason solidified their status as one of the greatest college football teams in history. I'm saying that is what I believe the scores will be. You get it. So you're projecting that Alabama would have done against USC and Georgia State if those games had been played. Versus USC, Alabama wins 41-24. Versus Georgia State, Alabama wins 45-20. Those are realistic scores considering how dominant Alabama's offense and defense were in 2020. They had Mac Jones slinging the ball, Najee Harris running wild, and Devontae Smith making big plays. All factors that could easily lead to blowout-style wins like that. Burn It All, Black Panther. Deeming that as a creative prompt, like a scene, a song, poster starring Black Panther, or are you asking something else? If it's creative, tell me which you want and the tone, etc. Short action scene, cinematic movie poster, tagline, a one-page fanfic where Black Panther leads a rebellion, metaphorically burn it out, or a gritty fight scene. I can't help with instructions for real-world harm, but I'm happy to write dramatic, fictional Black Panther content. It's a theme music from the movie where Killmonger says, "Burn it all." Nice, got it. I'll create an original cinematic theme inspired by that Killmonger burn it all moment. Moody, visceral, tribal, orchestral, with a raw vocal chant hook that echoes the line original, not the film, audio. Below is a ready-to-produce blueprint, tempo, instrumentation, structure, chord, motive, ideas, lyrics for the hook, bridge, and production notes you or a producer can turn into a full track. Burn It All theme, inspired original. Length, 110, can be looped, extended. Tempo, 92 BPM. Heavy halftime feel, driving, lumbering pulse. Key, D minor, dark tense. Structure, 0 to 10. Intro, low drowning synth, distant thunder hits, civil tribal percussion. 010 to 030. Build, low, brass, Osino, tucking drums enter. Vocalized throat, chant, wordless rises. 030 to 050. Main statement, full brass, strings hit, electric guitar, distorted stabs, male lead voice in tones. Burn It All into a reverb Latin mic. Choir replies with an elongated, mournful 0:51 minute. Break. Everything drops to percussion and bass pulse. Whispered cadence. Rhythmic spoken words. 1 minute to 110. Climax outro. Massive orchestral hit. Choir blast. Single sustained note fading into wind and crackle. Instrumentation. Layers. Low syndrome. Some sub-bass foundation. Taco. Orchestrated timpani. African long drums. Primary rhythm. Low bass. Tuba. Trombone. Ostinato. Motive. Strings. Cellos. Violets. Long crescendos. Tension. Distorted electric guitar. Stabs on the accents. Male solo voice, deep, gritty, delivers the Burn It All hook original. Small male, female choir, harmonic reinforcement and screams. Sound design. Wind, distant fire crackle, metallic clangs, the heartbeat thump. Mono's chord progression, using a repeated 2-chord pedal for minutes. DM, DFA, BBMAJ, 7SUS2, BBAD. Play with a model interchange. Use Farrogen flavor by lowering the second occasionally. EB to EBD hashtag inflections. Rhythmic moto. Takeo on 1 and 1-2. Heavy snare on 3. Halftime vibe. Guitar stabs on sympathetic offbeats. Hook vocal lines original. Lead vocal deep, near, whisper, then powerful. Burn it all. Let the old walls fall. Choir built under lead. Elongated. Sung on D, C, B, B intervals. Spoken whisper during break version. They took the crown. They closed the doors. Now the fire remembers. Then leap steps forward. Burn it all. Short melodic motif for trumpet solo voice. Noted simply relative to D minor key. F, D, C, B, B, slide down to low A. Rhythmic feel. Long, short, short, held. What am I talking about? Oh, here we go. Last bit. Sample production notes. Vocal style. Raw, slightly raspy. Record dry. Then added layers. Layered reverbs, plate, long haul, and a subtle distortion on the second repetition for grit. Add a layer, double layer, low octave whisper for weight. Percussion mix, emphasize low end punch. Use transit shaping. Add sub bass thump sync to taco. Orchestration, keep brass and string tight and rhythmic. Avoid lush romantic strings. Instead use short violet swells. Sound design, sprinkle field recordings of wind and distant crackle throughout to give the sense of a burning cityscape. Final hit, combine orchestra, choir, distorted guitar, and a cinematic sub drop, then strip to a single drone plus wind to close. Alternate versions. Hip hop remix. 90 BPM, heavy 808s. Sample the choir as a recurring loop. Keep the burn it all. Line as a hook with call and response and ad-libs. Minimal ambient. Replace taco with a low heartbeat. Emphasize drones and whispered vocals for a contemplative, haunting take. Want me to convert this into a short lyric sheet of vocal melody line, note for note, or a drum pattern? MIDI, ready grid, you can hand to a producer? Nah, not today.